Good evening, everybody. Originally had a different video in mind when I started this, but due to management issues, me and the management arguing about my track. By the way, I lost. The bridge is out because there's no road over there anymore. Yeah, I fought a hard battle and lost. Because all I had on here was the 415 curves and the 160 curves and 130 curves, and I decided to enable for me to race if I ever go to another track. I need to be able to know how to run on all corners. Is my thought process on the deal. So I'm going to change that out. That bridge is going to go into a 330, and then come back down. I'm going to try and get some 230s in right in here, coming around, and then it'll go back into the 130s coming back this way, looping back that way, then come back into the 415 coming back around. I also got to get some digital track, but some digital lane changes. I only have 2 double lane changes and 1 left to right lane change, and the 2 of them are almost parallel with each other. One's on the bridge, one's on the back underneath that TV there, and then underneath over here, underneath the curve, I've got the left to right curve so you can get into the pit lane. But it's actually acting up because I don't know if it's lack of power. I think it's actually the track itself. I've taken it apart and lubed it up and it was working fine, and then also just stopped working again. So what it does is you'll change lanes, and for some reason it won't click the lane back over. So when you come back around, you'll either deslot or you'll still go back to the right lane every time. And then eventually, if you deslot, it's usually whenever it actually tried to work, but your car didn't get through it fast enough, and it deslots the car. But then you put the car back on the track, run back around, and it's back to normal until you try and do a lane change again. Silly, right? Anyway, so management has decided to do this, and I thought I was about done with my track, but like I said, I kind of want to experience everything I can get out of the track. So I kind of took it all out. Now, that may not, this here may not stay the way it's supposed to be going this way, because I'm going to have some 2s in there, but it might swing more out this way. I'm not sure, because over there I've got 2 1/4s in the middle on the 415 curve. I don't think I'm going to put those in on the 330. It's just going to be continuous flow. So that's what I'm planning to do. But since I'm over here, I kind of wanted to show, get this chair out of my way, some of the things I was talking about this week. And this is my track wall in the back. Now if you notice there, got the striping, which I always wanted. This is a 4-inch piece of that brown fiberboard, and I've cut it to 4 inches. And then this one's actually the worst one. I usually taped it up pretty good, and you see I got a little bit of green on here. I went green around here. This one was originally white, and I painted it green. Those were all painted green at the same time. There was no white put in them, but it goes all the way around. And I just put the different manufacturers of the slot cars, not all of them, because I have a bunch of them still over here and they didn't fit, but I put the ones that I know. So Sideways, Ninko, Pioneer slot, NSR, Evo slot, Polycar, I got True Speed controllers. I haven't decided what I'm doing with this yet. I was going to do some plaster cloth so I could fill in the gaps that I'm showing here. But I want to do something across this back wall right here, so that in a realistic menu, the people can walk over to go here. And then I've got a double mountain going on over there in the Area 51 area. We'll say that because that's Georgia's sign. Then I got the bleachers there. I bought one just so I could, and it's not even glued together right now. That's just sitting there as is. I haven't painted it or anything. I'm going to, but I just wanted to see what size I was getting into so I can put it in different places around the track. Oops, let me make everybody dizzy. And try and figure out where I'll get more than one, but I just wanted to see what I could do. If I could put 2 on there, or just the one, or maybe put two over on the other area. I hate when I don't scan back out. Let me see here. There we go. So that's what I had been working on. I didn't want to show it this way because it had the gap still and I didn't have that finished. And that was my plan to work on this weekend. But Friday I worked a 23 and a half hour straight shift. So I was really tired and didn't feel like messing with it. But my brain sure worked enough to tell me to go ahead and take out this track. The other problem is our project was to work on this bridge, and I've got the fillers for my pocket screws, but I can't find them. I put them somewhere, not sure where I put them, but I wanted to take that out. It's ready to come out, and I'll probably pick up some at Lowe's tomorrow or something. I want to start getting that done, sanded, and I got some bars that'll go in the middle there so it doesn't look so plain Jane. But I mean, I'm kind of ADD, so I kind of move around on things, and I hate when I do that. But just like here, I built the garage a long time ago. Everybody knows about that. I started building the framing inside here, and I was going to put these across as walls, but and have doorways in it, which I'll probably still do. But I thought about putting like little kiosks in here, like a place for the press box kind of thing. But I also thought about like a little coffee shop, where people get coffee. I still haven't cut the windows in this yet, and that'll be filled. You can see light coming underneath because it's just the way I got it sitting in there right now. And this was kind of a roof idea I'm coming up with. I'll figure it out, but I want to have an overhang so that it kind of looks a little realistic. And I haven't cut the windows out yet. And that's why it's not completely boxed in. That's not even glued over there on that back side. So. But I think it'll look nice. I prefer to build things on my own. Like I said, I do buy things to make it a little easier. I'm decent with stuff, and I can come up with the plans I want. The bleachers, I wasn't getting into something tedious like that. It would take me forever. I mean, I could build a simple one, but I wanted something a little nicer. So I'll buy things like that. And again, I support them. So far, the only billboards that are, I got some new ones this week. Got the 24-hour Le Mans. I ordered that one in. I ordered, of course, the bleachers. And I got Massimo's sign. MP slot car. You just got to say something to Kevin. That way, he knows you got to get I think it's the Pepsi sign, and tell him you want the MP logo on it, and he'll put it on there. I think it turned out pretty good. I painted it white before I put everything on it, and I want to put a red stripe on that back ridge of the pole itself just to make it look a little dressier. But overall, I got it. Another person I want to support. There's some more I don't have, Slot R, Conquest. I might have to make my own. And that's feasible. I can do that. I'll order the signs from Kevin, and then I'll just build up my own board for it, which, if you saw in the video earlier, I was showing this. I haven't been able to shrink it down anymore at the moment, but I was trying to make a billboard for myself since I have everybody else's on here. But that's where we're at. So, no Ferraris still. No cars running. I did pick up this thing. If anybody doesn't know what this is for cleaning your tires off on your car. Pull this little tab out. It's got two little metal things there. You put your slot in there and you just kind of hold the car. Well, I can kind of show you what it'll do. Let's see here. Crap bike. A Ford Torino. So what you do is you stick it in there. Ooh, I did not realize this. It's the first time that's happened. I might have to cut a little bit on that. Reason being, slot invasion guy won't fit in there. Let me see what else I got. See, there you got it. I just put this down. Supposed to wet the cloth, But you can see a little bit of dust came off those already just from doing that. So I picked one of those up. I will have to do something with this. That ain't a hard fix. So No big deal. Now I lost my train of thought. Runs off two 9-volt batteries. You can even put 2 spares in there, so if you're on the road. I plan to probably keep it somewhere right in that range. During race time or something, you know, somebody can come over here if they know they're going to pit, or we can have a guy that's in charge of that. When you pit, you can slap it on there, get the tires clean, you know, different things. I do have my Shadow out. I was sending pictures to my dad because he remembers that car. I was talking to him yesterday. Matter of fact, I got a family reunion next Saturday. So, and this up here is an empty box by Fly. And it's the 365 GTB 4 Daytona, Watkins Glen, 1974. I wanted a 72, but this is what I found. And I didn't want it because of the race car itself. I wanted it because I was a big fan of Miami Vice back in the day. So I bought the Ferrari. I took all the lights and lenses and everything out of it, and I painted it. And on the third coat, I was putting a third coat of black on it because I was trying to paint it like the original Miami Vice car, even though that was actually a Corvette. Ferrari wouldn't sponsor the show at the beginning. Give you a little history on that. It wasn't until season 3, I think it was, or maybe it was season 4. So season 3, I think, is when they blew the car, the original car up, and then season 4 is when they came out with the Testarossa for that show, because Ferrari decided that they wanted to support the idea. They wanted to be a real Ferrari on there if they're going to represent. Anyway, so back to the story. I bought it, and I got the third coat on there, and it bubbled up on me on the corner panels on the car. So, me being frustrated, I kind of put it away for a while. It's been sitting in that box. It's been up on the shelf there. I even bought the wheels for it already, so it matches the movie, the TV show car. So, like, these are the original rims that come with it, and I already replaced all those. So, anyway, it's in the other room. The paint is stripped off. I put it semi back together, I guess is what you'd call it, just so I could run it around on the polycar track in the other room. And, you know, Marty said the flies weren't that bad, and I agree with him. They're a little chattery. Mine's got that motor in the front and has the drive shaft going to the rear wheels. So I'll probably end up doing Slotnick jack chip in there or something like that if I make it digital. I don't know that I will. It was more of a TV theme thing, and I found some characters in, I think somebody who makes them in the UK makes Crockett and Tubbs with it. Tubbs is holding a shotgun and Crockett's just standing there in his white suit, but they're like $50 for the 2 characters in 132 scale, and then it's like $20-something to send it to me. But I'm thinking about it, trust me. I mean, it seems silly, but a lot of things I have, even with my train set, are TV or movie related. So, matter of fact, I got a few of them up there. Matter of fact, I can walk around there. I don't do this much walking around, and I'm sorry if the camera's unsteady. I just wanted to, here, we can go across here a little bit. Just some of my cars. Yeah, that light's kind of bright, so you can't really see very well, but. And then, over here where I was trying to go, well, you guys saw the polycar thing. There's my Legend. These are the Scale Electric cars I originally bought before I really got into anything. That was my original first car I bought with the set. When I bought my first, Evolution set. That was the second car I bought. Anyway, so I got the Knight Rider car. You guys already know that. The lights are burnt out on it. They burnt out on the first run. I'm trying to get the light off of this thing a little better. I got the Batmobile. And I got the first edition of the Back to the Future DeLorean. I meant to get the other 2. I just haven't done it. They're probably going to be gone before you know it. And then these are all my Carrera Go cars, because on Evolution Track you can run those cars. So that's what I did. I hope my fan did not ruin my voice on that one. And here's a view. I never come from the backside with my camera. So try not to show my room too much, because it's, and a lot of, this one's just for the fingers. Yes, I have my pinup girl. And yes, my wife bought that. And, I almost forgot. So everybody watched huge slot cars again this weekend, and you know, the pink race and everything. Look at them. They're wore out. They're sitting in my bleachers. Pinky's sitting up a little higher, but that's because she won and got in here first. They're going to be with me again there for a while. Then they'll probably go back to him for some reason or another. I think they're silly, because he's just going to do it again. You know he is. And then I have some characters in here too. I like to just have fun with things. Most of you know I'm a truck driver. I used to have these lights on my yeah, that's bright. So I can get it to do it. I used to take loads up to New York, right there near the Canadian line. Let's see if I can get it to do it again. There we go. Anyway, they were oversized loads. I did not mean to turn it back on. They were oversized loads, and it took 2 days to drive up there on a flatbed, and I loved it because upstate New York is beautiful. I won't lie. Everybody thinks New York's just New York City. It's not. It's beautiful. So, you know, sorry for all the running around the table and not really having anything to really show per se. But it ain't always about running the new cars or, you know, running them around the track. I like those videos. I wish we seen more people actually racing. I mean, it's kind of I'm still new to it. I mean, I've had like I said, my last video with track spin is about 4 years old. I didn't get all this at once. It's taken me a while. I didn't get all my cars at once. Now, that'll get you in trouble real quick, because you start buying cars and not completing your track. That's probably why my track's not done. It's because I keep buying cars. And then I started doing videos, so then I started buying more cars. You know, you get caught up in the web sometimes. I enjoy the hobby. I don't have anybody to race with. It's usually just me running some ghost cars, but I like collecting cars. You know, have all those cars you never had. I think that's why we all do it. But then again, I seen a video this weekend on TikTok, I think it was, showed a guy using a tiller, I think is what it was, and it says, "Man will race with anything," and they got these things souped up, driving across the ground on tillers, with these long steering wheels on. It was weird. I'd like to share the video, but it's not mine to share. Anyway, y'all have a great Sunday. I will get more content going soon. I just, you know, I got to do a little bit at a time, and you know, this last week was really busy, so I didn't get my normal time in on it, but got to make that money. Anyway, good night, guys.